You listening?
I do listen to you, honey. You think I listen to you?
Nope.
I listen at you, babe.
Ah.
Your phone at? Lord Jesus.
Who's in the car?
That's really crazy, baby.
Amari. Put my phone out the car, please.
Hey, Peaches.
Amari. Put my phone
As
out the
you
car,
come
please.
in, say hello.
I don't want you.
Go get this dang boy.
He's both for you.
As you come in, say hello. Peaches, what you up to?
Yeah.
Ron. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Ron?
Blue Ron.
Lil Ron.
I think. I don't know.
Peaches, what you got going on? Hey, Fasha, how y'all doing tonight? Ruthie, how are you?
Right. What's going on, people? Everyone's.
Hey, what?
Come on in the room.
Why do you have to do your mouth like that? The same coming
That's how singers sing. They gotta have that mouth. Come on in the room.
I don't know what's wrong with my husband, why he got to sing like that. So,
Ruthie's good.
yeah, good. We good. We actually doing pretty good, Ruthie. We've been living our life like it's golden. Okay.
Brooklyn in hell.
Brooklyn, New York. My niece lives in no, she's not in Brooklyn anymore.
Let's see. Bedford Stuyvesant.
What?
That's in Brooklyn.
Okay, I don't know. What's her name? Was it Natia?
Natalia, maybe?
Natalia. I want to say Natia because I know it Natia. So, guys, as you come in on the left-hand side, if you would share this to your page, we are getting ready to talk about insecurities. Look, it says insecure. I want you to be thinking we're talking about Issa Rae because, honey,
No.
Issa is not a good example for a relationship.
She is not insecure. She will share that thing with everyone.
What's wrong with Issa?
Oh, too many things to list.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with Issa. Issa give herself away.
All the time. Make sure.
So we're gonna go on and get started once more in the game. But I want to know, what is your definition of insecure? So if you have a definition of insecure, if you would share it. We would like for you to be interactive with us tonight. I know it's a little difficult.
Every night,
but I'm saying, like we talk about insecurities, but we sometimes they lap over with jealousy and things like that. So, Sergio, what's insecure? Like, what would it look like for somebody to be insecure? Like, if your person you were dating or married to was insecure, what does that look like?
a lot of different ways, I guess. The first one I can think of is even if you go somewhere, they're calling you every few minutes to see what you're doing, if you're having fun.
If you're having fun?
The fun police.
Fun police.
Why are you laughing? Who you laughing with? What's funny?
Okay, so when you're insecure,
Mm-hmm.
you I should have went live from Christmas on Instagram. When you're insecure, you are chicken hawking.
Correct.
You don't think they want the other person to have fun, or just not with them, with them.
Right. They don't want them to have fun if they're not involved.
Okay.
Don't have no fun without me.
All right. So what else is insecure? So chicken hawking. What else is insecure?
No, I'm not the insecure.
I'm just saying, what else would you think would be it? Okay, so have you
Going
ever
through people's phones?
gone through people's phones?
Which is hard to do now because everything got passcode. But once upon a time, cell phones didn't have passcodes like that.
Have you ever been with someone that was insecure?
Yes. Very insecure.
And what did that person do?
You were insecure when we were dating.
Oh my God, did you say me?
Drive by.
I was not doing no drive-by. Don't let
drive by
Cedric
your house and I seen some strange car over there.
Okay, so don't believe what Cedric telling y'all.
Whatever.
Okay, so
That's my sister's car.
Cedric was not always on the up and up with his life. So, somebody that doesn't want you to have fun without them, somebody that is going through your phone.
I'm going through your personal effects.
Personal effects?
Yeah, like your pockets, looking in the console of your car, looking for context clues.
So does that mean that everybody that does that is insecure?
Yes. Or they have been hurt in the past and they're projecting that on the next person.
But so is that never warranted?
It may be.
I mean, like we talked about how people have people can make you feel like they're doing something. Like they can.
Well, but this is the thing though. At the end of the day, you can do all that you want, and people are still gonna do what they want to do.
Right, but I'm saying, but there's a time when you do, like you can't be blind. You can't. I mean, you say that. You can't be blind to it. So.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like if there's something to be gathered. But I'm saying don't go out of your way to find information. Is my point.
Okay, so but at what point where's the line? Because it's very thin.
It's right. It's hard to tell. I can't tell you where the line is.
You can't tell where the line is.
No, I can't tell you where the line is.
Why not?
Because it's different for all relationships and different people, I guess.
All right then. Well, okay, so we talk about insecurities. I don't know if you've ever been with somebody that's insecure, but it's not a fun feeling. But it's not a fun feeling for the person that's insecure either. Is insecure and jealousy the same thing?
I think they can be misconstrued, but I don't know. I think it may be some differences in that. What do you think? You might be a little better.
Why am I better?
Answering those questions.
Why am I better?
Because you're more of a insecure, jealous type of person from back in the day. You mean you're not so much now, but
do you say so much now, like I'm still insecure and jealous?
No, you're not.
You said not so much now, like really?
Yes, it was a joke, honey. It was laughter. Humorous sense.
Okay, you said insecure and jealousy is not the same thing. All right, Candace, when we done brought you on the screen so you can talk about it. You want to come on? Look, because we will bring you on.
Tim Owens is yo-yo. What does that mean?
I don't know. I was saying yo-yo. Yeah, hey you, I guess.
Oh.
So, when we first got married, I'm gonna tell my truth.
Tell your truth.
So when we first got married, I was extremely jealous and insecure. Yeah. So I don't think they were necessarily the same. There's a fine line where they cross over each other, but to rub.
So what activities would be jealousy and which would be insecure? Could you clarify that?
So I think insecurity comes where I feel like you're gonna find somebody better. Look, Tim said, what's up? That's what I thought, Tim.
I thought so too, but I just want to clarify now. We want everybody to be heard.
Well, okay, so I felt like if you went with somebody else, you would have a good time and not really like me, or you would.
You prophetic.
Or you would. I don't know, just I would not be important to you if you had a good time with somebody else. Like if I wasn't the center, then I would get lost in the sauce. I don't know why I felt like I had to be.
But that wasn't just with me though. That was just in general.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
We talked about that because even when we went places that you were like the center of attention wherever we went.
No, but that was just. I've always been wild. So that was more of that wildness and learning there's a time and place for everything. There's some aspects of it, but it was more of I was just kind of wild. So I was just used to being wild. Came when wild was loud, because that was fun. That was Angie was loud. Angie was this. So I felt like I had to live up to that at all times. And you liked that about me, but then you didn't like it about me.
Right.
It was my blessing and my curse. You like to have me have fun and whatever, but then sometimes you was like, just sit down. Like, why you gotta talk the whole time?
The whole time, you still say that sometimes.
You said,
but I digress.
Candace, see how you doing me? Candace, you want to come on here and tell us, has anybody ever dealt with being jealous or insecure? Or if you've had a jealous or insecure relationship. So,
and if it changed, what helped it change?
Now, this is the thing. If you are the person that's jealous and insecure, if you're looking through the phone and looking through whatever personal effects, artifacts, what you say, effects, yeah, then your whole life will be. Let's see what Candace say.
Insecurity to me stems from low self-esteem. It's more to self. Jealousy is caused from the actions of your spouse.
See,
well,
now,
it's not always caused by the actions of the spouse. It could be caused by the actions of the relationship you were in before you got with your spouse.
Yeah, because see, now, my stuff, I was extremely jealous with Cedric, and...
Well, some people just jealous anyway, no matter who they've been with.
Well, I was never that person. But I got into a relationship right before you. And I think that person made me really, leery, and I thought everybody was doing dirty, everybody was whatever. So everything Cedric did, I felt like it was because of, oh, you did this because you cheating, or you did this because... Like my husband, okay, right now, when he had his phone, my husband sit around with his phone down. He does. Now, every passcode in here I've set up, pretty much. Only thing I probably ain't set up was eBay. But voicemail, anything else that's happened, I set up. So I have access to it. But he just don't he's like a person that, he says that me and my children are destructive. And he likes to take care of his stuff. Right. He is a little more particular about his stuff. So his stuff being by itself is because he wants to take care of his stuff, and we don't take care of his stuff the way he would take care of it. And I agree. I'm more of a throw my phone on the dresser and then slide off the back. He ain't doing all that. But then, he got this Autobots case on there. I don't have it on mine. I have whatever case. So my stuff. So I get that, but because of past relationships, when he would be like I said, let me use your phone. Why don't you use my phone? What's wrong with your phone? He'll go in the room. The phone's in the room. He go wherever. It's never an issue. But he just like that with his stuff. I don't know if that's from being the baby boy. I don't know if that's from being by himself a lot. I don't know what that's from. But he just don't like people in his stuff. Period. So that's just him in general. But I ran myself raggedy trying to chase down what I thought he was doing, what I thought he was going to do. And I had to work on me because my insecurity, I think, would have caused us ultimately to be divorced. What do you think?
That's true. Because, like you said, you put up with it for a while, but after a certain period of time, they get kind of old.
But we know couples.
Especially when nothing's happening.
Look, Tim's amazing. But listen now, but okay, so somebody said, Candace said that's true. I guess it's about the jealousy and the insecurity.
It's Tim, first thing he said, you got to have a happy medium.
Tim, when you get with somebody, you don't know the baggage they bring.
Right.
And I recently went to a women's conference. Shout out to Left Hand Ladies. But the lady did a skit, and it had about how when you get married, you got the pretty wedding stuff, everybody's dressed nice. You go in the house, and you start to unpack. And you're like, well, dog, how many bags you got? And you just bring out stuff and stuff. You never present all your crap.
Right.
Just think about me and Cedric. If you knew that I had been rape. Have I dealt with, what else I dealt with? Come on, I can't think of my mind went blank just then. Depression. Insecurity.
Daddy issues.
You said daddy issues. What's daddy issues? Ain't no daddy issues. He's out with a daddy's girl. That's what he said right there. That's not daddy issues.
No, you have some daddy issues, but anyway.
Ain't no daddy issues. I ain't not studying him. So, you know, if he had known everything up front, I don't think you would check that box. Because you like, I don't know if I want to deal with all that mess. Right. But as you get in a relationship with somebody and you love them, the more that starts to happen, I love this person, so I'm invested. Right. So I'm willing to work through, because you don't get everything at once. It's like this thing. But when you look back over the years at all the stuff you've dealt with, people that had really do
a lot.
People that have had abortions, or their mama did something to them, or their daddy did something to them. Oh, I had 5 miscarriages. I had issues with
fertility.
Fertility?
You weren't fertile. You was fertile. You just didn't make it.
No, I had infertility. I had pregnancies that were miscarried. So
yeah, but you still got.
Anyway, you know, there was a lot of stuff that I brought. Don't laugh, Candace. That I brought to the marriage, and it's so funny because y'all, if y'all don't watch the Couples Lounge, I'm gonna throw this shameless plug out there for Candace and Ramon. They shout out. I'm gonna say, are they younger than us? They're younger than us, aren't they?
I think so.
Okay, so that might say Ramon and Cedric think alike on a lot of things, but Cedric try to put a filter on his. Her husband don't put refilter on his stuff. It'd be hilarious. I'd be like, this some of the stuff Cedric said, but you just won't say it to other people. You just say it to me. But when you talk about, like I told, okay, everybody got to think, like, what is it that you won't deal with or you can't put up with in your relationship?
Deal breaker.
Like for me, cheating would be that. Now,
well, you say that, but you don't know if that's really it, because after we've been together this long, so if I cheated now, you just going, that's it?
Yeah.
I'm asking. I mean, you say that, but I'm saying, is that really?
Well, I know.
And when you first did.
you dealt with a lot. Right here, he dealt with a lot. He ain't bring garbage to this marriage.
A lot.
Cedric had a girl come over when we was dating, trying to fight me with a bat.
I got that good.
She come over with her homegirl and a bat.
She was big mad.
She was big mad. In the words applied. You big man, huh?
You mad. You big mad. Big mad.
She came over with a bat. I was like, So what I had to do is call my hitters and say, meet me at the spot it's going down, because baby.
What you grabbing right there?
I'm just saying, you come with a bat. I'm okay with a fight, but why you got to bring a bat? And why you got to bring back up? Because if you can talk it, let's do it.
I heard you was stuck.
Huh?
You was stuck.
Stuck?
You was stuck.
What's that?
You was thick.
So you bring a bat?
Yeah, you too thick.
I stayed calm because I can't fight a bat. I get that. I'm not crazy. But God.
Yeah. That was our young and foolish years.
Yes, honey.
The way we were.
Tim, I was on the phone. Because, see, everybody got some, most people have some people that's good and crazy, that's around them, that's down for them. And I don't call them all the time. But I remember I called a dog on tour and she said, Auntie, where we need to meet at? What else say that? I said, blah, 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 blah. She said, you got all black? I got all black. I said, yeah. She said, midnight. She said, the night finna whoop her behind. I said, how about that? We had to diffuse that thing because we had to go.
If there's any law enforcement officers watching, I didn't have anything to do with that.
I'm just saying.
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I'm just saying that the midnight had a little talk with her. So the night is beating me.
And I pay all the taxes.
I don't see anybody.
I don't know anything about that.
Anyway, so fast forward, we had a lot of things that we dealt with in this relationship, but we didn't know all of what we was coming to the relationship.
No.
And I don't think anybody does. Cause like your family looks good. We jump off right. You see us, Candace. We can't help it. I laugh at y'all. I be trying to comment, but I can't write all that stuff on the thing. But boy, I laugh at your husband. He is so Cedric, just a younger version. He's unfiltered.
Look, I like how he wiggled out of that. That's right. I don't know nothing about
He
that.
ain't wiggle out nothing.
I don't know nothing about
Yeah, I done jumped on him too. This is a younger day. This is why I tell people. People look at your marriage and relationship now and be like, "Oh, it's so wonderful." Yeah, I done got on top of a table and jumped on him. He tall, so I couldn't reach him from where I was. So I jumped on the table and on him.
So she thought it was some like the old folks say wrestling. It was wrestling.
I watched too much WWF.
I thought you was Dusty Rhodes or somebody, Ric Flair.
I was Hulk Hogan.
Oh God.
He's with a yellow little type thing. I used to watch him. And I thought he died.
Listen, WWE style.
Listen, I really did. Listen, and then I hurt my own leg with on crutches for about
a long time. You
2 months. And so I had to go to church to Sunday, right? This happened on a Friday night, y'all. I had to go to church on Sunday on crutches, and I was like, they was like, what happened? I was like, we were playing.
No, we weren't playing.
That's what I said.
No, I told them, she was playing. She was trying to fight, and the Lord whooped her.
That ain't what happened.
Keep your hands to yourself.
So, anyway.
Hey, don't forget to share this video with your friends. They'll be entertained by it.
Yeah, on the left-hand side.
And go to YouTube and check us out. Black Love United.
All right, so this is the thing. How do you deal with somebody that's insecure? You love them, but they driving you crazy. Can you laugh in a relationship?
Well, the first thing is very cliche, but we're going to pray.
Yes.
Second thing is we're going to go to them and we're going to assure them, blessed assurance, that we love you, we're not cheating, we're committed to you, so you don't have to go through my phone and do all of these things because I am here for you.
Did you just got me in the nose? Now,
that's old love.
Cedric said that, right. Cedric said that jokingly, but I think that's a big part of it.
That's a very big part of it.
Even when a woman is doubting herself, because we gain weight,
right.
You know, people lose hair, gain hair, get more hair in the face, the neck, everywhere.
Well, remember, we had that problem briefly because...
Wait, lose hair, gain hair, what?
No, you gained weight because you had Amari, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And after the baby, you had a little baby fat or whatever. And I was...
little baby fat. I like when you say that, man. That's real shit.
Right, just a little baby, just a little.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just more cushion for the push. But anyway, I assured you that I still loved you and that I loved all of you, especially since you had just had my little baby boy. Although now, I may be reneging.
No, that's your son.
Oh, no.
That's your DNA. That's why he ain't like that. Anyway, I think that's a big part of it. I think that how it's handled from the spouse is a big thing. Because sometimes our behaviors, especially if you was a hoe or you was a creepster before you got married,
a creepster.
you can continue to have those creepish ways.
Right.
And you don't even realize that you are making that person feel like you're doing something. And you may not even be doing nothing, but your ways are always hiding like...
But see, this is the thing you're missing, though. Have you clearly communicated those boundaries and limitations? Because you may, like, say we go to something, and I'm overly friendly, and you're upset about that. But we have never discussed what is too far, or what are you uncomfortable with.
But it's hard to say because, okay, for you... You don't mind. Like, you know, like you said, like somebody said, remember somebody said my behavior was this is my behavior, or the way I talk to people, I'm flirtatious. They say I talk to everybody. Right. And I wasn't saying anything inappropriate, but they just say I talk to everybody. And they would consider that flirtatious. You remember that?
Yeah.
You didn't think that was flirtatious.
Right.
But if I'm an extrovert, and I believe I'm an extreme extrovert, then I didn't say anything inappropriate, ain't touching nobody, ain't groping them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah,
how
but
do you...
it doesn't matter. You still have to take, like you say all the time, you have to take the other person's feelings into consideration. And what my feelings are, if you're talking to everybody and I don't like that, then you got to tone that down if you want a relationship to work.
But I'm saying, but how do you communicate that clearly with somebody that I need to tone it down? Because
well, it happens after you, like when you're dating, you go places. So I'm sure you've seen some of these behaviors. It's not like you got married and all of a sudden she's talking to everybody. You go to the movies, she sees somebody she know. That's the time when you're dating. That's the time you have those conversations. Well, I noticed that you saw your friend from high school and you hugged him. You know, I don't really like that kind of thing. Is that something that you normally do? Is that something that you can not continue to do?
But listen, let me ask you this now. Now, how far is just on the, like? Because I know that's something that guys have an issue with a lot of times. With they think their wife or girlfriend or whoever is too friendly with everybody.
Well, but
I dated somebody that was like, oh, you talk to everybody, you know everybody. Well, that didn't work for me because that's who I am. Like, if I know people, I'm talking like, she can't even speak. Like, we just talked about somebody that can't speak.
But this is the thing, though. That's why, again, that's what you talk about that stuff when you're dating. You don't wait till you get married and then have to get a divorce.
But honestly, most people wait.
Yeah, you got to talk about that ahead of time.
David say he is jealous. See, now I think that
right, but then, well, David, why are you jealous? And
but he's saying that if the person says, I don't like you talking to that many people, right, they're jealous. But
why?
But it might just be because, like, I know a couple that he's a dancer, he's an extrovert, he like to have a good time, and the person that he end up marrying, she just like to sit in the room and don't talk to nobody. She's I would say antisocial.
But how does that work though?
And so he would never like dance and do the wobble anymore. Like when she's there, he's a whole different person. He wasn't doing anything bad.
But how long is that gonna last though? Because you lose yourself in the relationship, and then like you saying, remember how we talk about people that are married for a period of time and they get divorced all of a sudden? That's why. Because I'm not me. I'm being this person that you want me to be, but I'm not being myself.
But listen, what about the people that, like, it's a job. If I felt like Cedric was cheating on me, to track his phone, to find his location, to read his text message. Because you know these services have where you can like go read their text, like not even a paid service. Like you can go into a lot of accounts, and I know Sprint has that capability where you can read the text message they did. Like, what kind of life are you leading if I got to...
Right, you got your full-time day job, and then you're a detective when you get off work.
No, but you're a detective while you're at work.
But see, that's the thing. That kind of mess can cost you your job. Because the people catch you doing this extracurricular activity, you can get fired. So you going to lose your job trying to see what somebody else doing? I mean...
Well, but insecurity and jealousy will take over your very being.
I don't know about that. That's ridiculous. I mean, I know you love your spouse, but you got to have somewhere to stay. You got to have somewhere something to eat. And you ain't got no job. What you gonna do?
Well, I'm not somebody. Right, Terrence. That is too much work. But do you know how many wives that I know?
Listen, if you need somebody found
their husband,
get one of them. They'll find it.
Listen, that track their husband like
all day long.
All day long.
Where he at? What he doing? Everything.
I'm not. That's too much. Like, listen. You know, and it's so funny, right? Tanisha talking about, I ain't got time for that. That's too much work. Listen, it's so funny now. My mom will call Cedric and be like, "Where's your wife?" And he was like, "I don't know." No, you don't know where your wife at? Now I'm saying, okay, Cedric, you know, like he knows what time I generally get home. But then if I say, babe, I'm stopping by the store or I got to go by whatever. He not saying you got 15 minutes to get there. To take 10 minutes. None of that stuff.
Tell me about the time you met your classmate or friend at the store and you was mad at me because I didn't call.
I was hot. I was big mad.
Yeah.
I was big mad. I went it was the time we used to rent DVDs, videos, and the place closed at midnight. So I left like 11:30, 11:45 to go and take the video back. You wasn't even no classmate. It was ex-boyfriend.
Somebody, I don't know.
I ran somebody outside the store and they were talking to me. I mean, they know Cedric too, so don't get me wrong. But they were talking, and I'm just talking. I didn't realize what time we were going to be like. Cedric going to call in a minute. 2 hours later, I called him, telling him off. You don't know if something happened to me or not. You know what he said? If they take it, they'll bring it back.
No, but I'm saying,
I was big mad.
why am I calling? You left. You should have been calling saying, hey, I'll
But
be
I'm
on.
saying, I didn't realize how much time it went by, but I'm saying,
So you having a good time, huh?
I sure
I
was.
see.
Nah.
Well, call him now. Anyway, let's go back. We missed a lot of these messing with you. Terrence says too much work. Denise says too much work.
I read
I
them
got time for that.
You got to start here.
Stop touching the screen.
You don't tell me.
Natalia says you can't lose who you are. When a person met you, they had to know these characteristics over the time spent. Every compromising change to your character chisel a piece of you away. Eventually, what is left?
I don't know, because you do have to change. You have to grow in a marriage.
Well, some, but
I mean, but like
you shouldn't change the core of who you are. Now, everyone changes. Well, whether you marry or not, the older you get wiser. You should grow and change regardless.
Right. But people say I just want to be careful with that, because people use it all the time. Like, you know who I was when you met me.
Well, actually, I didn't, because you had the representative out here. And as soon as
Right.
we got married, you let that
And
thing come out.
everybody brings a representative.
Right.
And depending on how long you date, people get married in a month, get married in 2 weeks now, and then now you like, well, I didn't know that side of them. Well, they was a serial killer. You didn't know it because you didn't talk nobody around, or you didn't.
Right.
His ex-girlfriend missing. Like, really, it was a show like that. I watched a lot of those court shows and Who the Bleep Did I Marry? And one of them things was the other people that he had been with.
That happened to my classmate's sister. She went missing, and the guy she was dating was from Texas, and his girlfriend from Texas, the same thing. She was missing, never found her.
But I'm saying that this guy had like 3 girls that he dated, or one was an ex-wife, that the same set of circumstances happened somewhere else. If you do some investigation, you will find something.
Yeah. All right, more comments. Terrence says that means it's not worth it. Ruth says that's
What
too
means
much.
it's not worth it, Terrence?
About we were talking about checking the phone and all that.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, Ruthie says that's too much energy. I don't have time for that. Latoya says this is too much. Terrence again says there are a lot of them who does that. I don't remember what we were talking about. That was a while back. Trust issues, Ramsey says. Terrence says, I drive trucks and my wife is a teacher. Ain't neither one of us got time for that.
Well, listen, I know somebody else that their husband drove trucks, and she would lose her mind and blow up his phone if he didn't answer her text. And my question was,
Right.
what if he had an accident trying to reply to a text message
And lose his job.
and lose his job? Was it worth it at that point?
Right, because they don't supposed to be texting or talking either.
Right. And it's probably something really stupid. It's not an emergency where your child is dying or
Right.
somebody in the hospital. Like, how important is it in the grand scheme of things if they have an accident or they lose their job? Then you'll be mad at him because he can't provide. Like, you got to pick your battles. Like,
yeah, because you know, you drive trucks, you get in an accident, it's hard to get a job driving with anybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, the biggest thing I'm going to say is that you have to work on you.
Right.
I had issues that needed to be dealt with that rolled over into my marriage with Cedric. And they magnified. And I didn't like the person that I looked at in the mirror. I was never that chick. I was never the insecure person. So for me to turn into this person, like, all of a sudden,
Bugaboo.
Did you call me a bugaboo?
Oh, yeah.
I was not a bugaboo.
Oh, God. Yeah, straight bugaboo. Anyway, but not just her. Everybody brings some type of preconceived notion about what their spouse is doing and what it means. So you should try to come in with a clean slate and realize that this is not my past relationship. If she's doing the same thing my ex did, doesn't mean the same thing they did when they did it.
That was one thing I did with Cedric a lot. Every time he did certain things, I was like, well, you had to be doing that. He was like, what? You know, my husband he has a little bit more filter now, but he was like, that's so dumb. Where'd you get that from? When such and such did that, he was like, I am not that nigga. Is his exact words. Really, look at me, look at him. Yeah. He was real stupid, but yeah.
Tim said she was having a good old time. Yes, she was. Running her mouth all time of night, being inappropriate.
I was talking.
My mama say, no, for that time of night, believe.
I was saying that bad.
Ramsey say, unresolved internal issues. Yes. Christopher says, agree. What's up, Chris? And Talia says, changing as you grow is one thing. You just can't change every piece of you to try and fit into someone else's puzzle. This can become troublesome and create problems. You have to compromise as well as accept who they are. And that's true.
I want to say don't marry the person if you don't like who they are.
Right. Well, everybody needs to change, but like you said, if you find yourself changing the core of who you are, I don't think that marriage would be successful long term.
Another thing that I did that I'm willing to admit on this wonderful show is that I wanted Cedric to fit the mold of what I thought he should be around certain people. I was raised in the church. My dad's a pastor. We around this pastor. I felt like he should do X, Y, Z, you know, or look saved like it. My husband did not. He don't fit the mold of everybody else, and he was not willing to play the game. And I was just not happy that he wasn't willing to play the game. Like he's like, I'm not doing that. Why?
Keep it 100. David says, what do you think about someone being friends with an ex? Do you think that can bring out some insecurities?
Wait. Insecurities on...
If that's just like if you were friends with your ex-boyfriend, could that bring out insecurities in me?
Well, it could.
Yeah, it could, and depends on...
You have to know... Okay, first of all, shut up, Devon.
Oh, yeah.
Devon, yeah, it was bad. You know, because you grew up in church and, like, there was a certain thing church people look like this. Saved people look like this.
And they said these things.
And they said this. Like, even now, there's people, I know a lot of pastors. I'm friends with a lot of pastors. And their talk, like, Cedric will still give me a word from the Lord. Cedric will still speak into my life. But he wasn't raised in the same denomination, which, you know, we'll speak in tongues and run around shouting and roll on the floor, whatever. He was like, don't take all that. They didn't do all that. So he's accustomed to it, and he's there, and he'll be a part, but that's not what he does. And so I used to think that you had to shout or had to do whatever. Right. That ain't him. And I could not make him be who I wanted him to be, because then he would just be pretending for me. Right. And he wouldn't be...
I wasn't jumping no pews.
We know you ain't jumping no pews.
He said... Don't fold, said stay solid. I got you.
You ain't got to worry about him folding. He is not folding for me.
Not gonna do that one.
Nobody else. My husband's very stubborn.
And
his children, got it honest. They are
if
very
you don't stand
stubborn.
for something, you fall for anything.
My husband is very stubborn.
Therefore, I'll stand.
He was like, about jumping. So people being praise and worship, doing all that stuff. He said, I didn't come here and do aerobics and jazzercise. I'm not doing all that.
13 neighbors, shake them 5 times. And
he can't stand it. He can't. And you know, all churches I like do that. He be like, turn to your neighbor and tell them, God's about to move, God's about to move.
Turn to your other neighbor, say this.
He be like,
turn the neighbor behind.
Look, he be like this, I'm not doing that.
No.
So we go speak at churches, right? We the guest speakers. We on the front row. They like, turn to your neighbor, and he'll turn to me and say something. He'll turn to and he's like, I'm not doing all that.
I don't even know that lady.
Oh my God, I'd be so ashamed. I'd be like, Cedric, just play along, please. Just do right.
You ain't do right.
You ain't a people church.
I don't know that lady. I can't be said might think I'm trying to cheat or something in the church. Talking to that lady, I don't know that woman. Harper, who this woman?
All right, so...
Well, truth to my, I would say it. I sit on the end on purpose.
Very stubborn. Tanisha, yes, he is very...
Say both of y'all stubborn. Aha.
Who said that? I'm not stubborn. Yeah. I give in all the time. I'm the one that loves to please and make people be happy, so I'm not stubborn. This joker, yeah. Now, he can say a lot of things, but I'm not stubborn. He's stubborn.
I didn't say you were stubborn. They said you were stubborn.
I know, but I'm saying...
That man know you.
And he grew up with me.
Exactly. He knows exactly what's going on. He said, yeah, right. Ha, 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 with the laugh emoji.
Devon, don't get blocked from my...
Andrea said, if I want to work out, I go to the gym, not the church.
Listen, this is what he said in church. So we at the front row, and he
jump up, spin around 3 times, and kick your leg.
I'm not... Listen. I'm a lot of things. Y'all see me sit here and confess my insecurities, my prior insecurities, my jealous. Mm-hmm. Now I be like, go somewhere, go talk to somebody. Go over there and say something. Mm-hmm. Listen, I just want to know who it was, what you doing. I don't care now.
Listen, did you even finish talking about being friends with the ex?
Okay, so I'm not. Who was that? David.
That was
David.
Yeah.
So David, everybody, you have to know the person you're with.
Right.
Okay, so a general rule of thumb, I don't think it's a good idea to be friends with your ex.
Right. Well, it's also too about the position you are in your relationship.
Well, I mean, it's not a good rule of thumb because that's how you just be like, oh, I slipped and fell in it, just by mistake, or they was confident me, and then you just get back in some nastiness or something. I don't know, but we have a very peculiar relationship.
They say why not?
Because you could slip and fall in the coochie, or the penis fall in you, and then you like, I don't know how that happened. You just put yourself in some crazy situations. However, Cedric and I have a really interesting relationship. And again, if we're going to be real, like Cedric know my ex-boyfriends. Like, if we see them, like, you even talk to some of them. Like, he's cool with some of them. So I don't have I'm not going to dinner with them. You know what I'm saying? But if I see him talking to them, Cedric ain't like, why he talking to him, why he did this, why he did that. Cedric was not always as forthcoming with his exes in the beginning. He had he was trying to have some holdback.
That's not exes though. There's a difference between somebody you had a relationship with and somebody that you just enjoyed some moments with.
Slacking?
I didn't do that.
You're slacker-belly?
I made the sex, the love.
You made the sex?
I made the love.
Well, so Cedric was not as forthcoming. So if Cedric wanted to be friends with his ex, that would not be as well, because Cedric has had some issues in the past with
what?
Being secretive.
About what? I ain't been no secret.
Some hoes.
Whatever.
This was early on, but we learned that you are not always forthcoming with the information.
Information.
I don't know. We old buzzers now, but this was back in the day.
I don't remember.
Tanisha laughing at you, emailing his ex-girlfriend. Now we talking about back now. That ain't nice.
But see, that wasn't even no girlfriend.
That was your ex-girlfriend you lived with.
No, it was not. That was that girl.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. It was.
Yes, it was. No, it wasn't.
It was.
No,
not.
it wasn't because your
See,
barber.
You don't even remember it right.
Yes, I do. Because your barber said I thought she was gonna marry her, blah blah.
Yeah, but that wasn't even.
That was the same one.
No, it was
yes,
not.
You like I miss you. I was like, nigga, I miss
You
you.
remember it. You remember it wrong.
I was like, you miss her.
I did. You weren't acting right.
We was at rough times at that time when he was doing that.
I figured I made a bad decision. I just stayed where I was.
Oh, you gonna die today. Yeah. If we don't wake up in the morning, y'all know what happened.
Email that, yes, but it wasn't the ex.
Okay, so yes, it was the ex. Let me tell you,
was not.
This was a long time ago.
The two women was exes. They were both jump offs.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, they was.
So I was being petty.
He was just knocking off. Boom.
Listen, I was being petty. Cause I was like, that's why he emailing her, because he ain't seen it, because he done gained weight. He don't want to see it. She don't want to see him. I was talking junk. I was pissed off. I was like, you should have married her? What?
Yeah, bro.
You like us, because you know we keep it 100. See, everybody acting like their marriage is perfect, child. We done been there, done that. So we talk y'all.
Lord. See, they were trying to start stuff.
Can you have your ex on Facebook?
No, but how you
Again, it is depending on your marriage and your relationship.
If she gonna be sliding that DM, that's the thing, or he or she.
Well, first of all, my husband's so stupid. He don't be on Facebook, so somebody was sliding in his DM. He didn't even know it. He's so dumb. Look, he didn't see it. Well, I'm saying, because like I created his Facebook page for him because his friends was inboxing me like, "Hey, tell Ted." I was like, "No, nigga, you own." So I created his own Facebook page. This is a long time ago, and then he wouldn't check it. So people would email me, or text me, or inbox me and say, "Tell Cedric." So then one time, somebody I used to talk to was friends with my sisters, and so she started to inbox him. This old fake pastor chick she thinks she is. She is so raggedy. Inboxing him talking about, "I never thought you would settle down and you look good, say man. Here go my number so we can catch up." Trick! Now what I'm going to do is hurt your feelings, fake pastor. Because why did you slide in a married man inbox talking about you want to catch up? Because you never thought he would be a man of God and settle down and a husband. Well, he is, Trick. And what you gonna do is get your feelings hurt.
See, you just see right there. That's insecurity.
That ain't no insecurity.
Yeah, why you calling that all them names? That
Baby,
nice.
because if you a pastor, first of all, you ain't gonna be in somebody's inbox.
Yes, but that's not. Don't do it.
I've seen guys that they was a player back in the day, or nice looking or whatever, and they be married and they have family. I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. Like, I admire them, but I'm not in their DM.
You gonna give me your phone number?
I'm not in their DM, so let's catch up. Well, if we're gonna catch up with all of us, what, we gonna have a big party? You ain't got nothing to say. You trying to be trifling.
Barbecue. Anyway, let's get
to slide in his DM. He ain't even know a trick.
I'm trying to read.
You better let him say, because I'm like...
Andrea say, James McDonald, these two are amazing. Watch it with me. See, she's sharing. Don't forget to share it on your page. Left hand side, right? Yeah, share.
Listen. You can
share. Talk about the share.
Yeah, share. But I'm just gonna tell you.
Ramsey says, I think the majority of females are insecure with themselves, very emotional and logical.
Now, and a lot of times that's true. But what we don't realize is that there are men that are insecure, and that come from upbringing, past relationships. So if you've been in a relationship where somebody was cheating on you on the whole, you bring that with you. Because what I brought to Cedric wasn't Cedric's doing. He just got my baggage.
Right.
I came with him, and look, I came with him with a little bit of purse. Like, I came to say not to him like this. And then as soon as he said, okay, come on in, I was like, I'll bring my stuff. And it was like a whole U-Haul. And he didn't know that's what he was getting ready, what he signed up for after we said I do. And so that's essentially what happens in a relationship. You date, and everybody's in, your hair's always in place. It's like that movie. If y'all haven't seen Napoli Ever After, Cedric didn't want to watch it.
I didn't want to watch that jump, but it was a good movie, I must say.
He didn't want to watch it, but it was so good because we have learned how to look right. Church, relationship, work, we've learned to look the part, and our life is raggedy. And sometimes you just can't, everything can't be perfect. You got to say, we had problems, we had rough times. Right. Listen, I love my husband. I like him. We are friends. We have a good time together. And the funny thing is that I've been dealing with a lot of health issues lately. And in my times when my mind starts to like, oh my God, what's going to happen? How is this going to end? It is him that has reassured me, like, oh my God, baby, it's not a big deal. I'm here. And so, not to tell all my business, Lord, but it's times that my hands will swell up and I can't use my hand. I can't cut stuff. And one morning I cooked breakfast and we sat at the table and I couldn't cut my meat on my table. And immediately I started to just cry, and Cedric just reached over and he just cut it up for me. That's not an all the time thing, but that's when you know you got a teammate. That it is Team Thomas, that we're partners, and it's not just a show. I don't have to chase him down, but I know that he got me in those times. So that's for better or for worse. So you'll learn that I'm going to assure him that I love him. He gained weight, I gained weight. We had just as much sex with both of them, except for the fact when we was real tired and we was trying to hump and we was both out of breath and we just say time out.
Right, forget it.
Yeah, we did. See, y'all can play this game, but it was time we was having sex. We was like, you know what, never mind.
Not working out.
Oh, we tired. We'll try it later, okay, and we end up going to sleep or going to get a sandwich. That's what happened. I'm just gonna go tell the truth. So when you get to that point in your relationship where you realize that it's one thing to love your spouse, but to like them. I like him. Right. People can understand why y'all really want to hang out. I like my husband. Stuff happened. I want to call him first. I don't want to call catch up with what?
Hold on, baby. You missed a bunch of them.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Tamika says, right? Andrea says, trick.
Trick? Yeah. Y'all don't think it's a trick if she's sliding in my husband.
Okay, don't go back. Ramsey say Sid can't control that the girls in the
right.
Zelda says hi.
Hey Zelda.
People are not born that way. They develop through traumatic experiences.
Right.
Correct. People need to heal first. That's the problem. Correct.
Okay, real quick before you go there, we in our culture, our nature as humans, we don't want to take time to heal because first of all, healing means you gotta look at you.
Right.
It means you gotta do some self-reflecting. and some time by yourself.
Right. Nobody wants to be alone.
So people jump from relationship to relationship.
Right.
I see people on the page with one person, next thing you know, they're on the deal with somebody else. I was like,
sometimes they have one already ready to go, just in case.
I was like, you got somebody on the side already? Like, you ain't healed from this mess. Dude he beat you or you whatever, and you ain't dealt with that.
But Beyonce say to the left, I have somebody replace you in 15 minutes.
He's about facts. That's your thing.
Derek says, so true. Thank you for admitting that. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Wida? She says true.
What part? Thank you for admitting what?
I think what you were saying about the relationship not being perfect. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Sylvia says, we see things they don't see. Keep it real, sis. No past should be inboxing married men.
Correct.
Don't get that started again.
Catch up. What you gonna catch up on? Hey, mama. What you gonna catch up on?
Hush. Zelda say you got a real one. Derek says through sickness and health. Vows, correct. Tasha says exactly. Catch up with what? Friends say, facts.
Listen, this is all I'm gonna say.
And mom say hey.
I say hey, mama.
Oh, Zelda said hey too.
Y'all say hey to my mama. Her birthday is in a few hours tomorrow, so tell her happy birthday. So, all I want y'all to know is that if insecurity can ruin your marriage, your relationship, on both sides.
Right.
There are a lot of jealous. We recently were talking about somebody that get beat by their husband or an ex-husband or whatever now, and if she talks to somebody, even that she knows remotely, that it's a fight later. What in the world kind of life is that?
Yeah.
I've been in a marriage that I got beat, and it wasn't because I just talked to people. I mean, but no way is that acceptable ever. So if y'all don't know, as I've been married before, don't think that they've been beating me.
No, it wasn't me. Hey,
but,
she just told you she jumped off the table on me.
But now I did that, but that's because that is what I learned.
Right.
I brought from previous relationships.
Right.
You gonna do it to me, but I'm gonna do it before you do it to me.
Right.
So if we don't heal, but if people don't be honest, like John and Zelda did the 20 for 10, they did 20 days leading up to their 10th anniversary, and they talked about real issues that happened. And what I admired about them, which what I still can't do, okay, so they more, I think I'm churchy, they more churchy than me. They in all the church circles. And people were attacking them for being too honest, or you shouldn't tell that. If more church people would be honest about their struggles, what they overcame, what minister, both of us are ministers, but which minister you know gonna be saying, yep, I was jealous, I was insecure, I, jumped on my husband before, like those are not good characteristics to have. But when you can say, I've been there, I've done that, and God delivered me, and now I had to deal with some stuff within me, that's a testament for somebody that's going through it to say, I can make it, because when you are in that place where you don't like you, when you don't think he likes you, when you don't think she likes you, and then everything seems like you're just in a bad place, then you don't see any hope anymore. And I actually got off their broadcast one night. I was so aggravated with the churchy people. Like, what do you mean it's too much information? Whatever they are comfortable sharing is not your business. That's their marriage.
Right.
And that's the whole crux of our relationship. Our ministry has been honesty. We share that I've been married more than once. Cedric ain't never been married but once. Like, we share that I've been in an abusive marriage. We share that I'm a PK. We share that we've had church hurt. We've had different stuff going on. We share so that you can know that somebody else went through it. We now have a successful marriage. Doesn't mean that we don't have problems. No, I get days I can't stand Cedric. There's days I can't stay off of Cedric. However, that shows you that you're gonna have good days. We'll say I have some good days. I have some bad days. Yeah. But I like my husband.
I won't complain.
You can complain, but what you get, the next person you get, you don't know what you're getting. It's gonna be more worse.
More worse.
Because you're taking you with you. So if you don't fix you or allow God to fix you, nothing changes. So Zelda and John, I applaud you. I don't care what people say about whatever you've been through. The absolute worst or the absolute best. You do what God tells you to do because somebody else in that churchy circle needs that. To know that I don't have to shout hallelujah all the time. Yeah, I know the scripture, but right now I don't respect this man as my head of my household. His nigga ain't got no job. Or in their case, she was making more money than him.
Right.
So somebody need to know how you got through that. Now everybody's situation and how they get by it is different. But somebody need to hear your testimony. We forget about that. And you know, the other night I said, and last Sunday in church, I said that my desire now is to get back close to God like I was. Yes, I'm a Christian. I love God. I study my word. But I remember with everything I did, people were like, ooh, you too saved. My kids like, Mama, you too saved. And people still say that a little bit. But I want to be too saved. I want to err on the side of God and not be the ratchet person. I would rather be too saved than I'm not even sure what she got going on with her life. So whatever it takes for your marriage, but I want to be the woman, I want to be that Proverbs 31 woman. I want to be that virtuous woman. And what that means is that I can't do that playing. When things ain't right with me and Cedric, I got to go go into my prayer closet and be like, Lord, this your son. You got to fix him. Tell me what to do, what not to do, what not to say. God has told me to shut up a million times. And that's what worked for us, because when I tried to say something to Cedric, ended up in a fight. But when God speaks to him, he came back with the right stuff. So, you know, I used to be like, oh, I don't want to be so saved. And I tried to dummy down the relationship I had with God. I ain't doing that mess no more for nobody else. We are still going to be transparent and open. We laugh, we talk. Like I was like, the trick was in his inbox, you know. But at the same time, what I want you to know, you have to go after God with everything you have. You got to pray. You got to stay on your knees before God and say, God, this is your marriage. But I just applaud the people that want to help other marriages, want to help other people just see God. Like, are you very opinionated? Yes, I'm very opinionated. But I know there's a time and a place for me to be opinionated. Yeah. And like, I don't disrespect my husband. Like, he can't be saying, and to be quiet. And I'm like, I'm going to just say it. My husband be quiet. I'm going to be pouting, but I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be pouting. Yeah, look, I ain't going to tell you no lies. I'm like, I'm like, yes, sir, whatever. But my husband say, be quiet, or don't say something right now. That's what I'm doing. It's the fact that as my covering, as the head of the household, sometimes he sees stuff that I don't see. So it might be time to be quiet. Like, it was a time we were in the movies. I'm going to tell this story. We were in the movies, and something was going down. He had done pushed me back. And I'm finna get an attitude because he pushed me back. However, what I didn't see, where there were some boys that were starting to fight with somebody else, he was pushing me out of danger. Now, had I bucked what he was doing, I was upset. Not upset. I was a little, like, why you pushing me? I didn't say that to him. But that's what I was thinking. Right. But had I started an argument with him, he would not have, he was watching out for me. He was doing what a man was supposed to do, protect, be observant, see what's going on. But had I been fighting with him, he couldn't have paid attention to what's going on. That's what the man's job is, to be the covering, to watch, right, to look and see what's going on. But we got to learn how to shut our mouth sometimes, ladies, when I don't understand why you doing or saying what you're saying, but Lord, I'm going to be obedient. I mean, and again, being submissive to your husband is not saying yes or master, because when you have a man that's under God, he going to talk to you. Y'all going to have conversations, but the ultimate responsibility is on him. That's why you just don't get anybody to be your spouse. You don't say yes to anybody, because there's some raggedy people out there that you not want to have to say yes to. Right.
I missed a bunch of comments.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I went on a rant down the street.
Terrence said he went Wawa because he saw my. I was trying not to give him no free.
Right. Look. We stop like that. This is dinner tonight, y'all. That's love. We can have dinner at Wawa.
Right. Zelda say, "Man, thanks." Iris say, "Yes." Desiree say, "Man, teach your sister." Zelda said, "Man, closer to God." Derek said, "Man, sister." I put praying hands. Are you opinion? Say, Randy says, "So would you say that you're well balanced?"
Cedric, would you say I'm well balanced? You have to answer that.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean,
it wasn't always that way now.
I was smart mouth like a mug. I think he wanted to backhand me a few times, but the Lord said no.
Yeah.
Mercy
said no.
He wanted to slap me in my mouth because I was really
very disrespectful.
I was disrespectful.
Very disrespectful. You ain't no man.
Who said that?
I don't know. Some blonde haired chick.
Look, I told him I was like a real man, like my daddy.
No man.
I used to tell him a real man like my daddy, which was the biggest argument that we could ever have. You don't tell a man that he's a man, and don't tell him be like your daddy. Your daddy.
Well, stay with your daddy, yeah. So Mike says goals, and Aloma says, "Hey guys."
Hey Aloma.
What's going on with it?
But you know the thing about it is that, baby, what you give some input because I was on a rant.
What time is it?
It's almost time to go on the rant.
No, I mean, I feel you. It's just like we said. It's all about putting in the work, growing together, and like you said, you're gonna change some things, but hopefully you change for the better for each other to make the relationship better. Because like you said, marriage can be the best thing, it can be the worst thing. So if you're gonna be married, you might as well make it the best thing.
Yes. It's nothing. Like I told her, I don't know how people date nowadays.
Yeah, it's tough.
Because I want to come home to somebody that, if I have a ache or like if baby, I got a bump in my booty. I ain't, before you like, oh, look, I got to sit a certain way, my foot hurt, my toe hurt. You can say some random stuff that you don't want, like a bump in your booty. You ain't gonna tell nobody that.
Right.
But not being funny. But not being serious. But I'm just saying, like, you could. Somebody that know you.
You feel vulnerable to reveal things that you wouldn't necessarily reveal to anybody else.
Right.
And those things won't be used against you.
Right. That's another thing
That's
too.
The important thing.
That's the important thing.
Derek says, but us real men would never abuse the authority God leads us and we lead our family. That's correct.
Right, Derek. But that's the thing. People hear submission and they hear do as I say and shut up.
See,
but
that's the thing too when the word submission has such a negative connotation, but
yes.
A wise man will always seek his wife's counsel because women have lots of wisdom on things and see things that you always want a second opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible talks about a man that has unchecked power. That's an easy way for you to go down the road of sin. You always want another idea to say, okay, baby, I know you're thinking this, but have you thought about this way?
Right.
Or what about this?
But that's why when you bring that stuff from past relationship,
right.
I didn't have any good leadership before.
Right.
So when I had to submit to you, I'm thinking I'm still submitting to something else, which was not even an option.
Right. Ramsey says, how many years y'all been rocking out? Almost 17 years.
No, more than that.
Is it?
Baby, the kid's 18. The triplet's 18, so it's been before the triplet. So I mean, me up 18.
18 years, yeah. 18 years, Ramsey. Loma says, you are so right. That is why I date myself or my grandchildren.
Really, Loma?
Yeah. Derek said, yes, sir. Say it, bro.
Well, you know, Derek, that's the thing. A lot of men have the wrong perception of submission.
Right.
And when you abuse power, just like we got this president that just say anything, do anything, when you're a good leader, people will follow you just because they trust you. They know that you have their best interest at heart.
Right. Well, this is the thing, too, and not just the woman, but I think the men have the concept of what it means to submit. When the wife is submitting to you, you're just like a minister. You're the first servant. Mm-hmm. It's not that you're like ruling over anything. Your job is to protect her and take all the blows and all the arrows and darts.
Submit to you as you submit to God.
Correct. And then you're serving your family to make sure that they have, that they're taken care of. So it's not like you do this, you do that.
But it's
what do you need so I can provide what you need.
That is what a lot of church circles have taught.
Right.
And so that is why the misconception of submission has been thrown so off course, because like, then your husband tell you to sit down and shut up, like you wouldn't tell me that.
No. Submission is a beautiful word in the proper context.
Right.
Because that's the order that God has, and when you submit to God's order, everything that you do will be blessed.
But you know the thing about it is that when you have a good relationship, submitting to you is not a difficult thing.
Right. But that's the thing. When you don't submit and then you wonder why your relationship is not successful, God will not bless no mess.
And that's not in His
Right.
order.
If it's not according to His will, it will not be successful. It can't be. That's what the word says.
Right. Okay.
Fifi says been married since 17. She's 39. We went through some things, but through it all, we always kept God first, and growing up together was truly a trial. Yeah, because neither one of you knew who you were at 17.
Yeah, and you know that's the thing. We were talking about how people are together at in high school. Your goals at 17, 18 are different than your goals at 20, 25, and at 20, 25, at 40. Our goals now are different than they were when we got together.
Yeah, now we think about legacy.
Right.
Trying to secure something for the kids.
Right, but you know, like you want, when I leave here, and you know one of my things, of course, is my family, but when I leave, like, that's when I say other people that's doing marriage stuff, like, you know, you got the couples lounge, you got different people doing stuff, like, I want somebody to know that there are good, strong marriages out there. Right. There are people that have hard times, but they make it through. And marriage is fun. I love my husband. We went out.
Okay. That's what's up, Derek. I see you. We're glad that she tuned in. Fifi is his wife.
Oh, okay, Fifi.
Yeah, okay. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
Glad you. Now, y'all know we usually do this on Monday, and I've already scheduled the events. But when we can't do it on Mondays, we'll push it back to Tuesday sometimes. So I really appreciate y'all joining. Yeah. Like the page, subscribe to the page. More importantly, go to YouTube and like BlackLoveUnited.com and subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Our time is coming to an end. You know, my darling husband goes to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, so 3 o'clock come bright and early.
Yes.
And we have to do some things before then. Boom. Boom.
See, Reggie said, why some females so controlling? That's what we're talking about. And dominating, that's insecurities and jealousy.
No, you know what? I don't really think it's that. I think that we come from a lot of single-family households.
Right.
And we have single mothers. So you have to be strong in that single mother role. You got to take care of the household. Yeah. And so oftentimes when you get married, you don't know how to shift. If I'm a single mother and I got to run the household, take care of the kids, do all that, when I get to a husband, a strong man, I don't know how to submit and let him lead and realize he's there to help me to take over some of that that stuff. Women are not designed to carry all that.
Right.
And we do because we have to. But when you don't have to, when God gives you, like, that's why they got these big, strong shoulders, y'all, so they can take that stuff. Right. That's not for me to handle. But I'm just telling you, having a relationship with God has really shifted our relationship, because when I couldn't get through to Him, I know God can.
What's up, Earl?
Hey, Earl.
Power couple, hashtag.
All right, man.
All right, honey.
Loma says, I admire you guys, y'all rock.
Oh, thank you.
Then Earl said, my cousin, power couple. Well, I definitely thank you guys for tuning in. You know, we try to do it for an hour. Share the page, like the page. Get somebody to watch the replay. That's always a good thing.
Right.
If you watch the replay, put replay in the comment section. I saw Michelle do that earlier, so you can know like who's watching it as a replay as opposed to live. Okay. It was really cool. So if you do the replay, hit replay in there. Devon, always enjoy when you come on. We grew up together.
Appreciate you.
Grew up in the church together. But you know, at this point in your life, you just want somebody that you can have a good time with, enjoy each other with, share the good times, the bad times, but that together we're stronger. Right. Together we are better. You know, I don't have to care about myself, and you don't have to care about yourself. Because men have days when when things have, especially black men in this country, things happen, and sometimes you just feel like the world against you. I want to know, you know, how was your day? Right. You know, where was things happening? Like, can I pray for you? Can I rub your feet? Can I rub you? Can I make you? I run you some bath with? Whatever it is that I can do to do my part. Right. That's why when I'm having issues with my health, he doesn't have a problem kicking in because we're a team. Right. So just realize that you're a team, and I'm telling you, marriage can be the best thing or the worst thing, but only you can decide.
Right. Just kiss and make up.
You didn't kiss me.
Oh, wow. Check us out, honey.
All right, let's pray. Lord, I thank you for this day. I thank you for each and every couple that has been on this live. whether they're married or single, Lord. I just thank you, Lord, for helping everybody to focus on them, to learn what it is that they need to work on, to improve upon, so that their relationships in the future or their current relationship will be better, Lord. Help us to be stronger. Help us to help one another, Lord, to tell our testimonies so that other people can be affected and then affect other people, Lord, so that we can see that marriage is not always perfect, but it can be great, Lord, and we can do it as a team. So we cancel assignment of the enemy over all these relationships, over these people's minds, our mind. Keep our mind stayed on you. And we thank you, Father God, for everything you're doing. Thank you, Lord, for just this ministry, this time with our people, Lord. We just enjoy talking and sharing. So we thank you, Lord, for keeping us covered and protected. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Have a good night, y'all. Thank you so much for watching.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, start over, Tanja.